Hello YouTube, I'm back again. Today I'm gonna talk about something that I usually don't talk about, and that's politics. I'm not gonna really talk about politics, but I'm just gonna mention some things that's in the news and that I want to get off my chest. First of all, I want to get off my chest is this Congress we got. you know, we got some lawmakers that I don't think should be lawmakers. That really they're not qualified to take care of the people in the midst of a crisis. We're in the midst of a financial crisis, a social crisis, and a pandemic crisis. And you know what they do? They take a 2 week vacation, and that's about it. They take off. They say, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." People are about to lose their homes, especially here in Ohio. You know, we're gonna lose. A lot of people are right now waiting to see if they're gonna have a place to stay from month to month. And the utility companies, the moratorium that we had on the bills being paid. When you're behind on your bills, where they won't put your butt out for not non-payment of your utilities, is about to run out. But yet, our politicians, our lawmakers in Washington is on vacation. They just getting back today, and they working today. I know it must have been hard to be on a 2 week vacation since the 4th of July. I know most jobs don't even have that if you got a job. And a lot of people are laid off. Man, it's just crazy. But anyway, not only that, these same lawmakers that's supposed to be working on this 1.45 trillion stimulus packet that they act like it's their money, which is we are the taxpayers, which is our money that we need, because we are out there, like I say, in dire straits. A lot of us, I mean, especially in the city, I see it every day. I seen people that was working, now they're not. I mean, and they out there and they struggling. They got kids and stuff like that, and the unemployment is haven't been reaching them and stuff like that because you can't get through on the system. But anyway, August 10th to September 11th is another vacation for our guys in Washington, our congressmen. I want you guys to remember this when you're voting. I want you to remember that when you needed them most, they went on vacation. Remember that. They went on vacation in July. Then they going again on August. And when they get back, you might be living on the streets for the winter or in a homeless shelter. But like I said, I really don't like to talk politics, but like I said, it's not the Democrats, it's not the Republicans, because they both are the same coin. See, but I understand about politics is this. It's not the people you put in the office. You are voting for the party. And those people that you put in the office, even though they were good people before they got elected, they're going to be corrupted by the system. The system is screwed up, because if you want to stay in office, you got to go by whatever your party say. If you're a Democrat, you go by what the Democrat Party say. If you're Republicans, you go by what the Republican Party say. And it's all a big joke. It's like The Watchmen. It's a big joke. I'm waiting for somebody to drop a big bomb in the middle of New York and kill a bunch of people so they can reunite the country or something like that. But it's like both parties are spreading hatred, bigotry, prejudice, and racism. I mean, because you hear it all the time, and it's a personal choice coming out of some of these people's mouths. And it just kills me because, like I say, I thought by now we'd be over this bullshit. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say bullshit, but I said bullshit. Okay, another thing I wanted to do this video on was I wanted to do it on the weather because, the African dust cloud is coming back, a new one. I don't know if it have anything to do with the elephants in Botswana. They have a bunch of elephants in Botswana that's been going into these people's crops and eating up all their crops. And so what they did was they went and hooked up some disco music. and lights and stuff to keep the elephants out. So maybe the elephants started to do the tango or something, a disco, and made it so much dust and it's coming across the Atlantic. I don't know. I'm just joking with that. But it's true. They did do the disco lights and stuff to keep the elephants out of the crops in Botswana. But anyway, this would have been our mosquito season starting. I started out, mosquito season, because we have West Nile up here, right up along the lakefront up here, and we get a lot of storms. A lot of quick hitting storms. They come through and they tear up a lot of stuff, and leave a lot of standing water, and the mosquitoes start to get out there, and then we have a problem, okay, because it's so hot. It's been pretty hot up here in northeast Ohio. I mean, we've been really suffering up here. If you don't have an air conditioner, as you can see, I'm sweating now. See, because I cut the fan and the ceiling fan off because I didn't want it to be on the video, because somebody had mentioned that I needed a filter. It's not the filter, it's the fans. But anyway, I'm making this too long, and I'm talking about nothing. I'm talking politics. The politics just make me do that. I see where they're still paying people to do things. These Black Lives Matter people. I mean, I'm not affiliated with them. I don't care what they talking about, because they've been infiltrated a long time ago with Antifa, and most of the stuff that's coming out of there is crap. Now, while people are dying in the streets, they still out there protesting and burning down stuff. So I'm just I don't know what about them. I see where they went in some person a couple of times, some couple of black ladies, they went up there and they smeared black paint all over a Black Lives mural in New York in front of Donald Trump's building. I'm like, okay, all right. I was like, okay, she doing something. Then all of a sudden I heard her say out of her mouth, Trump 2020. I'm like, oh, now it's political. First it was a social thing, now it's a political thing, and she was wearing a Jesus shirt, and then once she said that, I say, oh, it's politics again. So I just threw it out the door. And then another thing I'm throwing out the door, putting it in a little box and throwing it in the ocean, is this NAFTA. Talking about some stupid people. I mean, I never agree with people taking arms, guns to your capital city. I mean, I never agree with that. I never taken guns to show that you mean force to anything. Violence. I just can't see it. And they gonna have a rally in Louisville on the 25th of this month in July. Now, my mother was raised in Louisville before she came up here to Ohio. She was born in Tennessee, but she was raised in Louisville, and there's some good people in Louisville, and I'm like, this is getting out of hand. Now, this guy, I'm not gonna say it's not some good people that might be being led in the wrong direction in that group, because I know a few people that's in that group that follow my channel, and I know I'm gonna get some backlash from this, but I don't think you should be threatening violence because they won't give you Texas. Or maybe I might have heard that wrong when you were talking reparations, because I don't believe what you were saying. I think you must have misspoke. I mean, I'm not a college graduate like that where I have a 8-year PhD or something like that. I'm just a regular Joe. I'm a regular American. I'm sitting in my dining room here, and I'm just like, I can't believe some of the news that's coming out. And I guess I might be speaking for a few million people that's saying we tired of the bullshit from both parties. We tired of bullshit from all these people talking about we ain't getting enough, or we want this, or we want that. All I want to be is left the fuck alone. Sorry about that, but that's what all it is. That's the truth. I am getting wore down. Maybe it's the heat, and maybe it's the crisis, the pandemic. I haven't really been out my house except around my house and in my yard because of the pandemic. And they playing games with people's lives. They playing games with people kids. I mean, like I said, we playing checkers. and they playing chess. It's the long game with them. It's the New World Order. See, now I got a friend, and me and him, we conversed about the conspiracy theory of 1947, which it all started. And in 2002 is the 75th anniversary of all this conspiracy theory and the creation of the New World Order, in case you didn't know. And they say in 2002 it's all supposed to come to fruition or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, I'm more concerned about why baseball season haven't started, and where did Toronto's gonna play, since Canada say they can't play up there. The Blue Jays can't play in their home country, at their home arena. They got to find another place to stay because they're not letting anybody from the U.S. cross their borders, and they're not the only country. The Bahamas is the same way. They told people from the United States, we need your money, but hell, you can't come here. We being isolated and locked down fast. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I wish people, especially the media, tell the truth instead of trying to be first. I heard Denzel Washington say that, and that hit the point. And I'm gonna leave this by saying this, and I wrote this one down because my nephew, he's one of my nephews. I got a couple of minister nephews. So one of my nephews, he's a minister, and he had wrote this down and he had posted it, and it's from James Baldwin. James Baldwin. He say, we can disagree and still love each other unless your disagreement is rooted in the oppression and the denial of my humanity and rights to exist. And that's what I think that the politicians, not the Republicans, not the Democrats, but the parties. I mean, you got good people, but they're being controlled by whoever controls the parties. You understand? I mean, you vote for these people when they come up from grassroots to where they get to now, and they were good people on the way, and then all of a sudden they get up there and they change. And I just want you to know that it's all a personal choice with them. So don't be fooled. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. All right? Don't drink the Kool-Aid.